Welcome back, everyone, to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Blind. We took a small break in the middle of day 2 trial. I think I said it was day 3 earlier, but this is the second trial that we've been to, so we're in the middle. Good Lord, it's been a little bit crazy. I'm a little nervous about what's going to happen. Things were done last time. We saw video, we saw all kinds of crazy crap, and I think I'm onto something, but I'm not sure if I'm correct. Lana, how's your face, darling? Are you all right? This is getting really exciting, and not in a good way. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. Well, I mean, to be fair, we kind of said we were going to do that in the first place, didn't we? Like, before the trial even started, we said we probably had to. It seems you figured out everything. I haven't figured anything out. Yes, I only have ideas. Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Emma, you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. Well, okay, so she didn't. Okay, she didn't, but your sister did, and you should care about that. How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Yeah, don't you? Oh, come on. Oh, Gumshoe. Darling, well, you're a ray of sunshine in this terrible, awkward family moment. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. No, you're fine. Nothing was happening. Good Lord. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. He's gone. Oh, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? Oh, he feels sad. You got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective runner all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Well, I'm sorry, but we've got a lot of shit happening right now. Sorry, detective. You better be, pal. Whoa! Hey! What was happening? I didn't see you there, Miss Sky. Oh my god. Gumshoe, are you alright? Good Lord. That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked? Oh, oh my god, help. This is crazy. What is that? Fucking stack of manga. Please tell me what this is. My apologies, detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. What did you do? My name? You took all this porn out in Phoenix's name? How could you? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? You brought us the files? Oh shit! I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SL9 incident? But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them. I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that case. Miss Sky was a witness? Why are we just hearing about this now? Oh no, that looks like a lot of stuff to go through. Oh crap. Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murderers. I kinda don't. Oh what? Now that I brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? No, Gumshoe, this is a very difficult and trying time. I'll take you out for a burger later. Emma, but why? Why is your name in here? What? What, my name's in there? I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana, this SL9 incident, is that... What? Wait, what's happening? That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dock killings. What? What's that? The Joe Dark. No, Lana. That's over with. No. What happened? Emma, wait, she ran away. What the fuck is going on? You know what? I just remembered I gotta be somewhere. Alright, bye, Gumshoe. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here. Jeez, what the fuck's happening? Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. They're all in there? What the fuck is this about? Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. No, it's not, for sure. Knowing you, you just might be able to figure it out. time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. How could you do this to me now? I feel like we just got a wrench thrown in it again. I'd better take a good look at this file. Maybe we should do that like right now, with this crazy music happening at the same time. Good God, look at all this shit we have. Files for the dark killing solved 2 years ago. Touch the check button for details. Okay. Incident number SL9 closed. Criminal Joe Dark, crime, serial murder, sentence, death. Okay. Victims: Edward Jones, Jason Knight, Edith Kirby, Rachel Moss, Jeb Bates, Neil Marshall. Is that related to Jake, do you think? Head prosecutor Miles Edgeworth? Witnesses Lana and Emma Skye. Oh dear. Investigation Task Force. Executive investigators Damon Gant, Lana Skye. Head investigator Bruce Goodman. Investigators Jake Marshall and Angel Starr. Oh boy. Is there a date on this or anything? And I didn't see anything like that. Alright, well, we looked at it. Good lord, I wonder if that Marshall must be related, eh? Wonder if it's his father or something. Oops, our to be continued was right there. I'm so sorry, I should have stopped it there, but I never know when they're coming. Never mind all this. We'll save. It'll be okay. I hope. Alright. Let's do this. Good lord. We're back. Edgeworth, how you doing, darling? Doing alright? I just found out some information you might want to know.
The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Skye.
Emma didn't come back. Oh no! Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. We know who it is. Yo, you really shouldn't drink in here. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Sir, don't get drunk in here. What, how are you talking and drinking at the same time? What, are you like a ventriloquist or something? Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man same as you, wandering the trails of civilization. Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed.
Oh, I know. You're a patrolman.
Uh-huh, a drunk one. As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out. What? To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Why did you make him say it, Edgeworth? You've done that before. Howling wind? I've never heard Edgeworth described that way before. Lol. He'll get you howling. Wait, what? Never mind. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place. Oh, sorry, I had a blip there. Jesus, is this correct? Want to make sure my screen was fine. According to the papers, partner.
What do you mean?
A desperado soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up. What?
Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly.
Yeah, I think so.
Please share with us the testimony the day of the crime. In English.
Yeah, you tell him, Judge. Jeez. Alright, fine. The day of the crime. Let's see. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. What? Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at a street-side saloon at the time it went down. What? I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. That said nothing, so he's telling me that he was just gone the entire time? No, I don't think so. You know why I don't think so? Because we have fucking fingerprints, your fingerprints, on the fucking shit, sir. So how did that happen? I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Oh shit. Stuff's about to happen. There's about to be fucking fighting here. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those. Yes, well, what about the fingerprint-activated locks inside the evidence room? Fingerprint-activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? What? He's not being very helpful. Yeah, no shit. He's not that good with machines or with following orders. Edgeworth? I'm good at following orders. No? Fine. Everyone's got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor?
This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours.
Oh, fuck. Where do we even start? Well, let's just press everything. Like we do. You know, like you do. Alright, fine. Yes, yes. How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? Yeah, especially if you weren't even there. Fool. I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. Even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who interred the recordings. You interred them? Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tape. So at least you knew how to do that. If nothing unusual is recorded, tapes are to be erased every 6 hours. Each time I'd erase a tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life. This guy has a flair for the dramatic, but isn't gonna do him any good. So, in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room. Said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Well, tell me about that. Tell me about your style. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style. What is your style other than getting drunk? I'm afraid I don't understand. No desperado I know lets rules get in his way. You kinda have to follow rules when you're working for the police station, sir. Jeez.
So, Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime?
Just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day. You lying. Because we got your fucking fingerprints.
There was a rubber glove stuck to the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that?
Sorry, partner, can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks. Liar. You are fucking lying to me, sir. Judge Judy, you are a liar, sir. How does this guy avoid being fired? I don't know. He must be knocking it with some of the higher up women's. You know what I'm saying? Maybe men too. I don't know. I'm not judging or anything. I'm just saying that something weird is happening. Besides, the 2 rooms protected by 2 security systems anyway. Uh-huh. You used to be a detective, so you've used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course. Back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence. And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism? Yeah, Phoenix, you get him. Sorry, partner, I ain't good with machines. Oh my fucking word. What are you good at other than drinking? Your life, what is it? I couldn't even tell you how a bike works. What? That's quite, incredible. Didn't he say he had a motorcycle earlier? I fail to believe that you don't know how a bike works. The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe says something like that too. I guess, but that seems real stupid.
At any rate, it doesn't seem like this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place?
I was at a street side saloon at the time I went to— What? How is that even legal? What were you doing in a place like that? I was eating spaghetti. What? Were you eating mom's spaghetti? Oh my god. Not even angel steak lunches can beat that pile of Vongola's sepia pasta.
Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles?
Not all desperados eat tacos, partner. I wasn't even gonna make that assumption. Actually, I thought you ate steak. Fine. Was there an innuendo in that I just missed? Holy shit.
That's not what I meant. I hope this is taught you a lesson.
That's strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says, "Did you not want to raise this year?" He's not saying nothing, though. I think he's as flabbergasted as we are. Holy shit. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. Okay. Out of ammo, Officer Marshall? I think I know what I have to do, but I'm gonna press this one anyway. That's right, partner, as you call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, you better draw. Otherwise, you just wasting my time. Doing what? Putting your fucking your fucking face pubes all over the goddamn podium, and you're drinking up in here. What else are you doing? My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset. Why, you planning to run away after this? I would.
One thing seems clear, despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything.
No, he lying. I'm about to get him too. I'm just trying to figure out which one to press him on. Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that. Can you Texans please chime in and tell me if that's true? Tell me in the comments. Apparently your superiors don't. Okay, I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I best keep my cool. Before I use it, though, I'd better up the ante. I think I know what I have to do. I just have to figure out when. Where are you in that bone orchard? Said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I think this is where I want to press it, because he's saying that he wasn't there, but...
Yo!
You are fucking lying. Where the fuck is the shit that we have? This one, right here. Oh, you are in trouble, boy. Holy shit. Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this? Uh-oh. After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. I'm about to. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or to be exact, a handprint. Huh. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects, that is, make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there. Nuh-uh. Covered in blood, sir? Wiped off? Fuck off. I don't think so. Why the fuck you lying? I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Oh, shit. Girl, you skipped leg day or some shit? Did you see those fucking legs? Holy shit. Fucking slender, man.
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Your bloodstained fingerprints were at the crime scene?
The blood was wiped away, however, a luminol test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall? What you gotta say now? Would you stop getting your pubes all over the fucking podium? Someone else is gonna have to use that later. I mean, we need to clean that. It seems to me. There ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. What do you mean? I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall. I mean, Edward's just tired of it all. He's 100% done. About the blood-stained fingerprints.
Very well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints.
What? We're gonna have testimony about that? Jeez fucking Christ. What the fuck is he gonna say? Oh, this is gonna be good, isn't it? I just know it. Ugh. Alright. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint. That is not how that works. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? Well, how the fuck did you know that? See, I had nothing to do with it. Mm-hmm. Oh no, you just wait. I'm about to judge Judy this fool in the face.
The witness's explanation appears valid.
What? In what fucking country?
Although there's room for doubt.
Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner. Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, fine.
The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Oh, I'm going to. You have a seat. Oh, you're already sitting. Alright, well, fine. This is about to happen. Here we go. Alright. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna press them all. Fuck it. It's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. Uh-huh. That's because you... How did you put it? Pay your respects once a month? That just sounds gross. It sounds like it does something bad in there. Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine.
What? What do you mean?
I mean what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams. I thought that was Gumshoe's locker. Am I wrong? I see. It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. Apparently, his fingerprint data was never changed. He must have been using the fingerprint lock without even knowing it. So that got updated? Oh, okay. One of them just happened to be at the same place as I don't think so. Something's weird here. So then, what about the bloody handprint? Wasn't mine. It's no mystery.
Please explain.
My locker's covered with my fingerprints. It just so happened. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. I don't think so. The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why? Mm-hmm. Bloodstain and the fingerprint completely unrelated. I don't think so. Unrelated? They're as different as night and day. Kinda like cereal and cereal. One's gotta do with breakfast while the other's a type of murder.
He's right. Although seemingly alike, they're totally different.
I don't think so. Yeah, really. But didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? How the fuck do you know this, though? How do you know that? I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports. There was a blood stain at the scene, though, to be left by the murderer. That's right. It was found on Detective Gumshoe's locker. Oh, okay, it was a different locker. I got confused about the lockers. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Oh yeah, I think we tried that too.
So that would mean the murderer, wearing gloves, happened to place his hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint.
That's the only logical conclusion. No, it's not. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? No. The picture? This seal of blood in the desert is just food for the buzzards. What the fuck does that mean? I don't care about your shenanigans. There's only one reality, and that's this. The security tape. So long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise. What if it was you dressed up? We don't fucking know.
This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination.
I am. Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall.
Too bad it wasn't me in the video, right, partner? No, fuck that. I'm pressing everything. Judge, you can't stop me. You can't see this. What do you mean by that? You want to tie me to this crime, isn't that right, partner? If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have. No, it's not. It can't be, because that video doesn't show shit. But that videotape is next to useless. It's full of blind spots.
Blind spots?
Places you can't see. Yeah, first of all, we saw the guy go in, but we didn't see him go out, did we? Camera's panning back and forth, the floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, he could leave the... Exactly, he probably just ducked under it is probably what happened, whoever it was. What you gonna say, darling, you hot-face hottie? We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright. No, we do have time.
Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall is present, please do so now.
Do I have evidence for that? Uh-oh. I'm gonna say yes, because they're asking me specifically. I hope I come up with something in this time frame. Oh, shit. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. Phoenix, you gonna come up with it on your own? Because I'm pulling a blank right now. Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making mistakes. What could it be, though? I'm worried about this. Wait, I think I know what it is. Oh, Edgeworth. Okay. Wait. I'm thinking now. Gumshoe's locker is the one all the way to the right on the first row. And is Jake Marshall's locker the first one on the left? Because if it is, I know what it is. If that's his locker.
Show us this incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jake Marshall. Oh, I hope I'm fucking right. Okay, is that Edgeworth's one behind the blue badger right there? I think it is. Not Edgeworth. Gumshoe. You know what I'm talking about. My mouth is running faster than my head. There's the man. That one all the way to the left is Jake Marshall's. That's where we found the fingerprint, isn't it? I think it is. Okay. Because I'm pretty sure I'm right about this. That's the only thing I can think of that's different. Oh, poor Meekins. The fact that we have to... I'm just watching this. I shouldn't be... Oh, God. We're going to watch him get messed up again. Poor man. All right. And then we don't see anything. However, when it pans around one more time, that's when the thing shows up. Right? I think I'm right. I don't want to, like, fast forward too much. I think this is what we're looking for here. Pause. Wait. It didn't let me pause. No. Please. All right. Sorry. Sorry. How do I work a VCR? Clearly I don't know. It didn't pause when I wanted it to. God, this is even more horrifying sped up. Alright. Stop! Is this good enough? This is his locker right over here, right? This is Jake Marshall's locker, or so he says. This is what I want to present right here. Oh God, I hope I'm right. Bringing our attention back to the security camera is a mistake I'm afraid you'll not soon forget, Officer Marshall. The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? No. Maybe. Very well. You can clearly be seen in the video. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I hope I'm right. See this locker that has a white cloth sticking out? This is the witness's locker.
Was that supposed to be the judge saying that, or Phoenix? Because it said judge on the top. Did you see that? I think that was a typo. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. Oh, can you rewind it faster than this, please? Good God. Poor Meekins. Oh no. He is such a cinnamon roll. Yep, nothing there.
Oh, the white cloth, it's gone. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall?
When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then, it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened the locker when the camera was turned away. Oh shit.
Order, order! It would seem that's the only— Hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man.
So what if my locker was opened? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. Yeah, it does. This whole fucking thing has been based on that. Even Edgeworth ain't buying it. Holy shit. The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened the locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. Mm-hmm. What, are we gonna have to present the locker with the touchpad on it? Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? Because you have to do the— This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. Are you serious? I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah? I'll call you bluff. You say I opened that locker? Now prove it. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's gotta be the locker itself, doesn't it? It has to be. Because that's— yeah. This shows exactly what you have to do to open it. A fingerprint sensor? We already said this twice. Weren't you listening? Good God. We talked about this earlier today. The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. He did. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There's even some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Well, how did they figure that it opened then? By magic? So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? Yes, Phoenix fucking slay, boy. What the fuck are you doing? Don't eat your shit. What is that? Is that your scarf? You're right. Is that jerky? What is that? Oh my God! No! Alright, Lord Vader, calm the fuck down. It's alright.
Order, order! Witness, explain yourself.
If this is a joke, it's the worst I ever heard. I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Yeah, you eat that fucking jerky. God, this is so silly.
Olay, please answer that—
What? What is he now, a bullfighter? That's all right, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here.
We can?
Have a look at these floor plans. Look at this graph. It wasn't really a graph. There was no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet, Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall.
If that's so, then where was the witness?
It seems Mr. Wright has an answer. That's right. The only possible conclusion.
Well then, let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime?
The victim and the killer. So the victim... Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime? Wait a minute. Oh, hang on, though. What? The killer is considered to be Meekins at this point, right? Because that they think that he murdered whoever was in here. Going by that, Marshall was the one in the coat. It has to be. It has to be that. Officer Marshall was standing right here. He was in the coat. That's the coat that he put in the locker after he left.
There, but that's where the victim
That's Marshall in the coat, isn't it? Oh, shit. Correct, unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in this video is Officer Marshall. It was you, dressed up like Detective Goodman. Oh, I knew it was someone dressed up. What? But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure. No, he said he didn't see his face, though. May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman.
He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. He did. When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir. And how did Detective Goodwin respond? He suddenly pulled a knife on me. Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had his ID card, why didn't he just show it?
Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it.
The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. Remember, he had it lost. We already went through that as well. And we found the card at the other crime scene. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card.
Oh, I get it.
If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say about this, Officer Marshall? Jerky is not going to help you now. Oh my god, he's getting all sweaty. You've got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it. You're going to have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim. The fucking coat, you dumb shit! What do you think that's all about? Jesus Christ! I'm getting all excited. This is nuts. I'm getting all fired up.
I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition.
I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complain. Man! Beard wars up in here.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence? Any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim?
I think I do. I think I actually do. The only thing I'm thinking of now is, can we tie the coat to him? And how do we do that? Is it in the video? I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. That just sounds gross. No, I think we've got it, Phoenix. I think we're okay. It's so obvious he's the one. What can I do? Edgeworth, help. Waggling your finger only helps a little. It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. Don't talk about exposing me. We'll talk about that later. I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you've run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics. Is he trying to help us or make fun of us? The basics. For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Nick, try thinking outside the box. I got this, girl. I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. But rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise. That's exactly it, the coat. There's gotta be something with it. Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place?
What do you mean?
There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. He stuffed the coat in it. Yet he did, despite the chance that it might be discovered later, as it has been. Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker. I know what it is. Oh, I think I know. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, I think I've got it. He wasn't expecting to put the coat away. He was probably expecting to walk out, disguised as Detective Goodman. But he got blood all over the coat. It's in the video. Is that it? Am I right? Because that would be totally, everyone would notice that, right? If you walked out with blood all over your shit.
Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then, after the crime was committed,
he walked out. He had to put the coat away.
He opened his locker for some unknown reason.
To stuff the Blake coat in there. Is that it? Oh, I hope I'm not wrong. The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside. It's the coat.
So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth?
Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions. That's gotta be it. Alright, it's gonna have to be that. Oh, you better be worried, boy. I think I'm right. I think I've got this. Alright, let's look. Oh, Jesus Christ.
After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open the locker.
Okay. Man, are you guys not sick of this at all? Because I am not. This music is great. Make it my ringtone. Do. Get the blood all over his coat. No, go back. No. Go back, please. There's a very small window. Right here. This. I knew I saw it. Holy shit, right here. This has to be it. Oh, motherfucker, I'm on a roll. For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room. I don't know what that reason was. Yet. However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked And the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood.
A bloody white coat.
You couldn't just walk out like that. So you hid the coat in your locker. Yes! Holy shit! Guys, I love this game. Holy fuck.
Not bad, huh, partner?
The fuck? Oh shit, did we get him?
Now then, Officer Marshall. Are you ready to tell us the truth?
Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, don't get mad at him. He's just doing his job just like I am.
2 years ago. If you were only half as persistent then as you are today.
We all wouldn't have to be here now, would we?
Uh-oh.
He's talking about SL9. Did Edgeworth mess up?
Oh dear. I'm sure we're going to hear about that.
Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it.
All right. It seems the time has come.
Oh shit, what is this now? Marshall's confession. Okay. Oh boy. I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. He's saying everything? Are you serious? I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out. And managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. Fucking hell!
So the supposed victim was really you?
But there's one thing I still don't understand. Large quantities of blood traces were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be? Because Meekins hurt his hand, didn't he? Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor. It looked like too much blood for that. Maybe he got really hurt. Oh, okay. Let's press it. Something's still bothering me, and I don't know if it's gonna come up now or later. Let's see. Had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I'm pressing everything. Holy shit, yeah. When you say it, you mean... Do you even have to ask, partner? It's the SL9 incident, of course. 2 years have passed since that case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transferal that day. Not if I have anything to do with it. That incident's not over. But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case is closed, only the detective who was in charge of it can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time. No matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine. But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it? I bet you anything one of the victims was his father. Or his brother. Well, a family member of some kind. That day was my last chance. That's why I... Holy shit. I stole the evidence. Yeah. I'm just pressing it all. This is too much good information to not press. Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transferal, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. Exactly. That makes sense. So you did it to fool the security camera.
And the detective's ID card?
I stole that the morning of the incident. So that really was why Goodman started filing out his lost item report. Man, he's gonna get so arrested for this though, isn't he? I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. The ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall. So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight.
What do you mean, partner?
I mean, the fingerprint activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Normally, that locker shouldn't have been opened. So it opened because a rubber glove was stuck in the door by chance? Then Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. What a fucking coincidence that is, though. Right, he wasn't expecting Meekins. You pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off? Let's just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time.
Officer Meekins certainly is a 1 in a million type person.
He is.
Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to show his ID.
I'll have to think a little more about his raise this year. Poor Meekins. Would you just give him the raise, please? Poor guy's been through enough.
Anyway, he threw himself at me and I ended up cutting him slightly. I'm sorry it had to turn out that way. With me knocking him out and everything.
By the way, what happened to your knife?
Oh, you mean this one?
I don't know what to say. It's the one he's shaving his face with? Ew, gross. Oh, come on. That's disgusting. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. Well, of course, because he works there, right? He probably knew exactly where to go.
So you did your research beforehand. Those who go into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference, though. The security tape is erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left. However, you bloodied your coat in the struggle with Officer Meekins. If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there. What was Officer Meekins doing during that time? What else? He was sleeping like a baby.
Yeah, he knocked him out.
So what you're saying is on that day...
There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. But the blood found at the crime scene certainly indicates a crime took place. What are you, blind?
The victim shown on that tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner. So, you stole the evidence from the locker? Actually, no, I didn't. Did he not have time because of what Meekins did? Did he run? Why not? When I opened the locker, evidence was already... Oh, it was already gone. What? Mr. Edgeworth, where's that evidence? It's still missing, Your Honor. Who took it? Well, that's a big thing. Detective Goodman's locker was already empty, except for that glove. Someone stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Fire away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer. Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer? This is no small offense. Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. It can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary. Well, yeah, exactly. That's not really a good thing to do. You should be punished. Why did you do it? Like I said, this isn't your case. This one is mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with. It has to be because of that victim we saw in the record. It has to be. The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more. Another statement? My God. You know why?
Well, tell me about it.
But that case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it? That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room. Joe Dark was convicted for all those crimes. One thing I can say for sure, he just deserved his sentence. I remember the Joe Dark case. It involved serial murders, didn't it? I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Edward, do you know? You were there.
Maybe I should present him with what I think is his real reason is... Oh.
Okay. Alright. I think I know what I have to do. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case, yeah. I'd better take another look at the files. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. Do I have to present him on the last statement where he says you know why? I think that's what I have to do. That's what I'm guessing. Yeah, this one here. I do know why. Because you had some kind of family member lost in that case, didn't you? It's right here. It has to be. Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident.
Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. I have the SL incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here. In a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man? Neil Marshall? Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago. Oh wow, look! He received the same lousy prosecutor award you got. What? A prosecutor? Is it his brother or something? Right. Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did. That's right. He was killed. And the case fell into your hands. But what's his relation to you? He was my brother. I see.
Oh dear.
Of course. He was investigating the murders with Dame Gant, chief detective at the time. Right.
Oh, that's who that other guy was. I was asking when we saw this picture at first. I was like, who's that other guy?
The guy in the left-hand corner. The group of detectives I was under worked under them. We was desperate to prosecute the killer. Is that him? Is that Joe Dark? Oh, he looks like a fucking barrel of sunshine, doesn't he? Joe Dark. My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. He looks like he was related to Von Karma. He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least according to the public records.
What do you mean?
My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight. That's it. That's your reason for your insane actions. There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. Is he delusional or is there something really wrong? God.
Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime.
We sure do. That was the last day the SL9 case could have been reopened. Not satisfied with his resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence. Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Yup. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled. Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day.
Really?
The things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. Something's weird though still. At exactly the time of the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department. That's true. Chance? It's gotta be more than just that. I think so too. Also, I have the hiccups. I'm so sorry.
So, if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one.
Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye, I don't think so. Don't start with this again. We're not even there yet. You hang the fuck on. Wait, a verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial. What? Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today. But there's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department. It seems to me, this boy's got the draw on you, partner. All the mysteries at the police department have been uncovered. No contradictions remain. The murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Skye. There were no errors in the testimony of the witness, Angel Star. If you have a response, make it one word or less. I'm gonna object right in your face. Can we do that? That's not a word. Oh, Edgeworth. Why are you so hot? I rest my case. I'll rest my case all over your... Never mind. Forget that. Alright, fine.
It seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt.
No, something's wrong. What is it, though? Something's really nagging at me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time. Disproving the alleged murder at the police department. Damn it. Somehow, we always fall into his trap. There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera's tape really was fake. But I didn't realize... There's something weird that I keep seeing in that tape that's bugging me. That would end up proving Lana guilty. Shit.
Now then, the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendants.
Do something! What? What's this? What now? Emma! Your Honor, wait. Emma, the defense has an objection, a scientific objection. Right? What do you mean, right?
Mr. Wright? Are you this girl's guardian?
Your Honor? Oh, in a sense. Please, Your Honor, all I'm asking is for a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please. I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3. What are you gonna say, darling? What is this? I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dark killings. Now that she mentions it, the names of both Skye sisters were in that file. But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprints had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing, the other handprint.
You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker? But no fingerprints were found on it, right?
No, but I figured it out. If I examined it scientifically, I'd sure to find a clue.
So I ran over there and looked at it again.
So did you find something?
No.
Huh?
Sorry. I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all.
What? Then why'd you come here? What? Is that all?
Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student.
And I'm just an attorney.
But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them, please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you.
Me? Oh boy. Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright, with regard to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain?
What am I thinking of that's wrong?
Did I see blood on something else? Did I see something was weird on something else, and I don't remember if we checked it, because it actually wasn't in the evidence room at the time. It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark. Alright, let's look at this. Maybe this will help. Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this?
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be of more use.
No, she's alluding to something. What else was in that area? Was there something else?
If you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be...
Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day. Yes, Your Honor. Oh boy. What is it, though? Oh, I hate to do this, but I'm gonna fucking do it. Wait a minute, wait, is it the badger thing? It's right in front of the fucking thing where the handprint was, and there's a smudge on it. That's what was bugging me before. It's like dirty, and it's right in front of the locker we're talking about. That's the only thing there. Is that it? That can't be it. Why else would it be in fucking evidence, though? This has bugged me the entire time that thing was in evidence. Is that right? It can't be that, though, is it? Why the fuck else would it be there, though? Yeah, it was there. It was right in front of it. What could be wrong with that handprint on Dick Funch's locker? Could there be something I'm missing? Yes, it has to be this. Oh, I fucking hope I'm right. Because it was right in front of it. Is that the collaboration? Clearly shows a contradiction. I don't know if I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure. The only thing that seems clear is you're grasping, Mr. Wright. I'll grasp you. Never mind. You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them? I think there is. Take a good look at these floor plans. Look at this graph. Something is missing. Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there? Oh, right. I didn't even think about that. My only concern was having to move it out of the way, but it actually isn't even there. Something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood mark. Right. Okay, so I was halfway there. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. This has to be it. Fucking hell, if I'm right, I'm gonna freak out. Yes, it's missing in the floor plans. Exactly. It's this. Oh, I hope I'm right. Stop drinking. What about that piece of plywood? The blue badger. Mascot of the police force. Why the fuck else would it have been in evidence if we weren't going to use it ever? Defender of truth. Guardian of proof. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The blue badger is not here. So watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Yeah, right there. And it was big, too. Well, what? Oh! That's right. So long as the blue badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at this spot on the locker. Oh, dear. Holy shit. I can't believe I was fucking right. Oh, God. I fucking love this game. So that means, just exactly what does that mean? It means it can't be done. What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on that locker. Don't look at me. I didn't put it there.
Mr. Wright, think through it scientifically.
Emma.
On that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the blue badger to the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker.
Someone was in there before that.
So that must mean this blood mark was left there before the blue badger was brought in?
Just one moment. I will not allow such a far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom.
It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once, but twice. But how? One time was captured on this tape, taken by the security camera, right? How are we going to prove the other one? Officer Meekins cut his hand, from which a trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is, the other bit of blood, where did it come from? Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered. What? That's ridiculous. I refute you. We'll do that later. The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be a fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the locker. Oh God. So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proved it occurred. When did the first incident occur? Wait, we have this record, don't we? Isn't it here? Check this. Yeah, oh shit. We still don't know who 77777 is. But I bet that's it. That's either someone else or it's like a guest ID card is what I'm thinking. Okay.
To surmise, the defense claims that prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was disguised as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in that evidence room.
The blood mark on the locker proves this.
Very well. Then tell us, when did this first incident occur? Proof must be presented.
Proof that shows when the murder took place. It has to be the record, right? There's only one piece of evidence that can show that. Yeah, because that shows when everyone went in and out. Is that 777 a guest one, and did he use it because he lost his ID? That's what I'm thinking. What shows when the first crime took place? This? Fuck yes. If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the perpetrator would have had to have entered the room. In order to do so, an ID card is required.
An ID card? Oh! The card record.
That 777 one must be a guest pass, like a temporary. Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at, let's see here, 4:50, If the crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40. I didn't even think about Edgeworth. I wasn't even looking because I don't want to accuse him of anything.
Miles Edgeworth, just what have you done?
I never figured you had nerve, boy. Put off the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot to thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. Nope, I ain't getting it. Oh, because he was at the... It wasn't him, actually. Because he was at the ceremony at the same time.
I'm afraid I don't understand either.
It's clear from the luminol test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away. By the real murderer. I would have just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible. That too.
That would mean the crime must have taken place before, Mr. Evidence.
Yep. It's the guest pass, like I said. You don't blame Miles Edgeworth for nothing. Talk about a lucky number.
But wait, that doesn't make sense. How could Officer Goodman have entered the evidence room?
Because it was temporary. Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer, or that. There's so many different possibilities it could have been. That's the only plausible explanation. He went in with 7777777. But who the fuck is that, then?
Look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number is 77777.
That's one 7 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least, at present. What? Oh, did he get in trouble? Explain yourself, son. The ID number 777 belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher? It's not fucking Gantz, is it? Oh, shit. Is it him? Someone who is so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity. Well, there must be a way. The judge could order it. But that's ridiculous. Just how? I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. Oh. There is one situation in which we can be granted such authority.
If an official charge filed against an executive is accepted.
An official charge? You're all alike, aren't you?
With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutor's office operates.
Good lord, this is nuts!
I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself. Owned. Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask a question. Yes? No, not to you. To her, the defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive.
Lana?
Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course we've looked up her ID number and it's not 777777. Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I wanted to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident. The SL9 incident? Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence?
Oh, Lana. Good God. This is going on for so long. I'm so sorry.
Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor?
I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth.
2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time,
Occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did. Lana! I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law.
Defendant, just what are you saying? I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you did? Chief Prosecutor, you didn't.
I don't have to, Officer Marshall.
What? Why don't you answer him?
Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to, in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. But Lana! Even if it involved forging evidence.
Oh dear. Well, that doesn't look good for you, does it? Especially when you're being tried for murder. Oh, for fuck's sake, why do you have to be so honest? Ugh. See? That's what I'm talking about. No. No! Oh. Order! Order!
Oh, everything's crazy! Oh my gosh! Lana's remarks caused such a stir. The chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. The conclusion of the trial would have to wait until the following day.
Oh my, we have more evidence to gather. Holy shit! This is nuts! I can't believe any of this. In the next one. Holy fucking shit. Thanks for hanging on, guys. Man, I am fucking into this. I hope you are too. I really appreciate you being here. Thanks for watching. Love you lots. Bye.